Hey, you beautiful twin flames, and welcome back to Tarot for You 444. I have someone very special with me today, and we can never seem to fix her dress. I don't know what's going on here, but I don't know. I think it was that last movie she was in where she got tussled around a little bit too much. We're still trying to work out her hair as well. Little Red Riding Hood is always seeming to have a little bad hair day. The same as me. I'm also having a bad hair day today, but that's okay because you're invited to spend your time with us today because we're going to do a psychic bookend reading today. Ooh, that would look pretty if it would stay there. There we go. We're still trying to work out the fringe. I don't know. I think one day I'm going to have to... Ooh, that's good. Okay. Anyway, it's not about looks. It's about... What's it about? It's about the soul, right? I don't think Little Red Riding Hood has a soul. So that's a conversation for another time. But welcome. If you're new, this is the batshit crazy channel for Twin Flames. And also, among other things, sometimes I also talk about other things. So, because I'm a psychic medium, I have picked out some books. Now, these books are random books that I got delivered to my house. They had this sale on. You paid a certain amount of money and you got sent these books. So it's like a mystery jackpot kind of thing. And a lot of the books are books that I wouldn't necessarily read, and I was thinking about donating them to the library in my community, but then I thought maybe I can use them in some kind of way because I kind of felt like they've got messages for us. So what I've done here is I've already psychically picked the books for today. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books that we're going to be looking at, and I've drawn the numbers here. So if you've been out bushwalking today or anything crazy like that, now you can sit back at home, relax, and maybe eat potatoes or another food that you like, and me and Little Red Riding Hood are going to bring you your psychic bookend reading from your divine masculine. Now, I came up with this idea all by myself, so if you see it anywhere else, they copied me. which is fine, but just know that it happened here first. Okay, now the first book is, what we're going to do is we're going to take 1 number, 2 numbers, and 3 numbers, because most books have got 300 pages or 500 pages or something like that, right? Now, apparently this book is a #1 bestseller by Royce and Meany, called The Birthday Party. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to put my hand in here. I'll close my eyes. And the first page we're going to read is page 4. So there's going to be a message. I don't know. It's going to be a random message from your divine masculine. Now, I might not read the whole page. I might just be guided to read a paragraph of the page. If I can find page 4, I should have brought my glasses with me, even though they're not for reading. I know, sunglasses, would that work? No, that's worse. Okay, we won't do that. Page 4, where are you? Do you want to laugh about this with me? Because this is really funny. Okay, so this is page 3 here. And if we go to page 4, I'm trying to show you, it's a blank page. And then we have June next to it. So maybe June is special in some kind of way for some of you. Maybe June is your birth month, or their birth month, or when you met them, or something about June, or even the name June. But page 4 is a message for all of us here. There's a blank page. your future with your divine masculine is unwritten. Okay, so now let's get 2 numbers and see what the next page is out of this book. We have a 7 and then a 1. All right, so page 71. 71. I'm trying to be profound and we get a blank page. That's pretty funny. Page 71. Okay, so this in some way, shape or form is going to resonate for you and your twin flame somehow. Okay. Now the hard part. I don't remember a lot of what happened after that. We made coffee. Well, one of us did, because I found the mugs in the sink the next morning. And then she scrubbed her face with her free hand. Write it. Write it. And then we slept together. She crossed it out and wrote. And then we had sex. So this is from her diary. So she's saying, I don't remember a lot of what happened after that. We made coffee. Well, one of us did, because I found the mugs in the sink the next morning. And then we slept together. And then she wrote, and then we had sex. So for some of you, that's going to mean something. So let's get the 3rd page now. Ooh, we have 1, 9. Can you see that? Oh, 198. So page 198 of the birthday party. The titles may also resonate for some of you. Perhaps you've had a birthday party recently. Perhaps someone you know has had a birthday party recently. Page 198 is the start of a new chapter called Tilly. I hope they catch them, the woman in the green skirt said. They should be strung up, giving us all the fright of our lives. Strung up is right, her companion in the yellow cardigan agreed, with her shopping basket tucked between her arm and her waist. Jail is too good for them. I'd say it was those Spanish youngsters. Did you see the gang of them on the street a while back? They nearly knocked me over with their pushing and shoving. And that poor man who saw it was Imelda's uncle. I've heard he was so shook they had to give him oxygen. It could have killed him if he had have had a dicky heart. There's also a mention of Russia and Bulgaria here, and Spain. So those 3 things may resonate for you in some kind of way. Maybe the heritage of your divine masculine is that way. Maybe he's been in prison. Maybe you wear a green skirt, or maybe you have a yellow cardigan. Imelda is here. And the name Hugh is here. And then I also mentioned Russia and Bulgaria. So take that how it resonates for you today. The next book is 75 must-see places to take the kids before they don't want to go. Okay, so let's see what pages we've got here. Little Red Riding Hood looks very intrigued with this, doesn't she? Okay, first page is page 7. Let's see where we're going on page 7. Okay, we're not going anywhere. It's all about the family. Wow. I feel like my throat chakra is kind of closing up, and then I just saw temperamental Aries. Right? I don't know if you can see that here. Temperamental Aries. So maybe your divine masculine or feminine is a temperamental Aries. That's funny. Okay, so this says the family. Raquel turned 5 years old midway through our year-long travel adventure. Strangers constantly stopped her to compliment or tussle her hair, which is wild, corkscrewed, and curly. In Thailand, people felt compelled to reach out and touch it, which is odd because touching a stranger's head in Thailand is a strict no-no. You can lose yourself along with small toys and occasionally scrambled you can lose yourself along with small toys and occasionally a scrambled egg in Raquel's hair. Interesting. Are kids with straight hair more straight-laced, or are they also capable of charming the fur off a koala one moment and nuking the poor marsupial with an epic meltdown the next? Parents of children like Raquel often refer to them as spirited. She is strong-willed and bullheaded and is a classic temperamental Aries. That's interesting. Okay, she is also too smart, too aware, and uncannily expressive. She can emotionally break a babysitter before tea or dinner and cuddle up like a sweetheart at bedtime. Raquel doesn't eat too much and doesn't sleep much and literally shakes with excitement, frustration, anger, and joy, sometimes all at the very same time. If you don't have one of these kids, consider yourself spared for those who do. God help us. Wow, interesting. So we have the name Raquel there. We have the mention of her being 5 years old. We have curly hair, which could resonate with your twin flame journey in some kind of way. We have Thailand. We have the mention of Aries here, the star sign Aries. We have a koala, so maybe that's Australia. And what else do we have? The words at the end, God help us. So that's interesting. So let's see what the next page is for this psychic bookend reading. Okay, page 32. 32. We've got the 3 first and the 2. So page 32. Maybe we're going to go somewhere. If you want to be someone, if you want to go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. Okay, so page 32 is an advertisement. Okay, we literally have twins in a pram at an art gallery. And it says the National Gallery of Victoria. And then it says, there is no age minimum. It's open all year round but closed on Christmas Day. We have the thinking man. And we have a man thinking in the background here. He's looking at some kind of sculpture and thinking. And these kids seem to be all on their own, don't they? Interesting. Is this about the inner child? I think it could be. I think the divine masculines are experiencing some inner child wounds at the moment. And I don't know, perhaps they went to a crappy art gallery and went, what am I doing here? Like that guy in the background. But it actually is quite a profound expression here, because these kids kind of seem unentertained with the art gallery. And then we have the thinking man. So I feel like your divine masculine is thinking a lot, but seems unentertained about what's going around him in his karmic life. This book has been very interesting indeed. All right, so we've got page 360. 361. Page 361. Uh-oh. There it is. Okay, page 361 is of a beautiful waterfall. Can you see that there? Okay, where are we going? Litchfield National Park, which is based in Darwin in Australia. 2 hours of driving in the smooth 130km/h road makes it an ideal spot for an overnight or weekend getaway. The best time is during May to October, so maybe there's something profound in your twin flame journey from May to October. Then it says, so that's the best time to visit is during May to October, When the annoying bugs and annoyingly dangerous crocs clear out and the roads become more accessible to rental cars. Okay, it says here that there's interesting reviews for a place called Bachelor Butterfly Farm. So those words might be important to you. Bachelor, butterfly, and farm. Owned by an eccentric Irish or Filipino couple where there are cabins. The property is home to various animals, including bunny rabbits, pigs, goats, and snakes, including a fantastic restaurant, plenty of toys and books as well. There's a splash pool and kids are invited to go there, and it's of a waterfall. So maybe that resonates with you in some kind of way. This next book is called Shaman by Kim Stanley Robinson. Okay. So let's see what this book is going to tell us about your divine masculine today. In some ways, this is going to resonate for some of you, and in some ways not. And of course, I dropped that number down on the floor, so it means it's going to be really important. Page number 9. Page number 9. You wanna be somebody, if you wanna go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. I don't know why that's coming through. That is a channeled message. Alrighty, so in some way, shape or form, this is going to resonate for you with regard to your divine masculine. Back and forth between his hands, gently pushing the point of the stick down into the branch. Back and forth. This is kind of sounding a bit rude. For those of you with dirty minds, okay, maybe there's some sexual energy coming from your masculine. His palms ran down the stick with the force of his pushing down. That also sounds like we're reading erotica, but we're not. His palms ran down the stick with the force of his pushing down. And when they reached the lower end of the stick, he had to grasp it with one hand. Okay. Then he put the other against the top and moved up and catched it and began over and over again with as little a pause as he could manage. So maybe your divine masculine, I'm trying not to laugh here, I'm trying not to giggle too much, but maybe he's taking things into his own hands right now. Okay, then it says, meanwhile it kept raining outside the shelter of the spruce, and under it, even right against the trunk, drips were dripping. Okay, this book should be an erotic book, I think. Then it says, really it began to look impossible given the conditions, but he didn't want to admit that. It would get an awful lot colder the moment he admitted that. Okay, so I'm going to read just a touch more of this one. There may be another message for you. After a long time, maybe a fist or more, he had to give up, at least on this branch. Oh, Little Red Riding Hood. We can't let you hear this. The mash of splinters was a bit too massy, not messy, massy, and after a while it was a little damp. He could get the spot just under the fire stick so hot that it slightly burned his fingertip to touch it. And the splinters around that spot had even blackened a little, but they would not burst into flames. Wow, so take it how it resonates for you, but it looks like your divine masculine taking matters into his own hands. Take it how it resonates for you. I'm trying not to giggle too much. 53 is the next page from this naughty shaman book. Goodness me, what are they trying to teach us here? Wow, oh wow, divine masculine. Now they've... Oh, where are the page numbers? Okay. Page 53. He worried about it. There had been boys who came in from their hunter's wander a night too early, which made them look eager to return so that people had laughed at them. On the other hand, moss had come in a night too late, which had made him look tentative. So that's his name. The bigger problem was that full moons were not all alike. They grew a little bigger and smaller, and their glow also shifted a little, so the perfect ring of bright light sometimes did not surround a full moon until midnight, rather than right after sunset. But worse, the perfect ring of glow sometimes happened a bit before the moon rose in the east, so mistakes were possible even when examining it most carefully. So there's something about the moon here, something about cycles with your divine masculine. You could be having a cycle, as in, if you are a feminine and you are having a cycle, it could be related to cycles in some kind of way, or the cycle of a new moon, a full moon we're talking about here. Alrighty, let's see where we are now in the Shaman book. Page 194. 194. Let's see here. It was in tasting that Heather went too far. She wanted him to accompany her to all these places and bring back samples of everything. And then she wanted him to help her eat them. He might as well be her camp robber of a cat, vomiting strange meals she set out. Added to what Thorne demanded that he learn, it was almost too much. So I feel like the karmic is forcing some kind of thing on their divine masculine, maybe choosing that the meals that they eat, or maybe making them go to restaurants or places they don't want to go to. That's what I'm feeling strongly for this section. We're feeling a lot of force, and the name Heather may be important as well, or the plant called heather. The next book we have here is called The Orphan Sky by Ella Leia. The Orphan Sky. So the birds may resonate for some of you on the cover. Okay, so page 4. Page 4. Let's see what happens on page 4. I knew the moment I entered the showroom and saw the canvas. I knew. Maiden Tower, obscured by the large crowd of spectators, dazzled by the relentless camera flashes, rose from the darkness of the stormy sea, fires breaking out of its sliver-like windows, a lonely princess, half human, half bird, standing on its crown with her wings reaching into the dome of the wakening sky. And appearing from behind the clouds, drowned in Caravaggio's light, was the face of a girl. My face. So this is talking about how twin flames are angelic. This is also talking about how they are lonely. We have the word lonely here. We have birds around. We have wings, talking about angels. We also have the tower. So some of you may be going through a tower moment, a mini dark night of the soul. We also have the name Ella here, which could be important for some of you. Ooh. So let's see what next two numbers we get. Page 78. 7 and 8. Ooh. Where did that go? Let me just make sure the 8 went back in there. Uh-oh, there it is. Okay. We say, uh-oh. Don't we? We say, uh-oh. Uh-oh, Little Red Riding Hood. Now, page 78. Out of my sight, out of my heart, I muttered, pushing my weight against the heavy oak door of Gargoyle Castle. I glanced down at the granite floor of the entryway. Was it here where Tahir's grandfather had turned his gun on himself? And then a hurricane of the riddle's pieces swirled through my mind. The snow princess on the fresco in our courtyard, the rumour that she was the daughter of the oil baron who built our castle, the world's greatest mezzo, Tahir's grandmother, the immortal. And then we have Salam Alaikum Layla, which is what Muslim people say to each other. I wish you peace, I think it means. So that's interesting. Many divine feminines are wishing their masculines peace no matter where they are and what they're doing at the moment. And we have a granite floor. We have a great-grandfather. Quite often I talk about the great-grandfather clock and the pendulum swing. We try not to go too high. We try not to go too low. There's something here about turning a gun on someone, on oneself. So thoughts of suicide, could be depression for some divine masculines. We also have the word hurricane and pieces swirling through my mind. Many of you wanting to reach out to your divine masculines because you think that they're struggling at the moment. And then we have those words Salam Alaikum, which means I wish you peace. Interesting. Okay, page 489. Okay, 489. I don't even know if there's 400 pages in this book. There's not, so I'm going to have to pull again. It's only got 350 pages, so let's see what happens now. Okay, we've got the same problem again. Let me mix them up a little bit more. If we get a no-go, it means we're not supposed to know anymore. Okay, 349. 349. Okay, so let's find page 349. Okay. It's called Reading Group Guide. So maybe some of you need to join a reading group. Maybe you are interested in joining a reading group. Maybe you love reading. So here we have a mention of Layla, which is one of the characters, visiting an exhibition. We also had in the other book, the museum, which is like an exhibition as well. Now this is talking about Los Angeles, and then we have another tower word, and we have the words artist and paint and author. We also have Soviet. I'm just going to give you the keywords here. Soviet, the year 1979, communist, Turkish, Persian, Russian culture, imagery, music, legends, culture, communism again, and religion. And then we have the whole idea of East versus West. Wow, that's an interesting one. So maybe your divine masculine is in some kind of religion. Maybe they have one of those cultures within them. Perhaps they're an exhibitionist. They like to show themselves. Or perhaps they're not an exhibitionist, is what's coming through. Now, this next book is a funny one. Why doesn't Mummy give a... I'm not going to say it, but you can read it. You can see what it says. And then it says, because family begins with a capital F. So this one should be fun. This is by Jill Sims. Why Mummy doesn't give a bleep. Page 9. Let's see what's going on here. Page 9. This should be interesting, Little Red Riding Hood. I didn't realize it was a big deal. I'm sorry. I'll not say you look fine again. Pay me a compliment now. Go on. Say one nice thing about me. This is very good, breathed Christina. Simon thought hard. I know. You make the best lasagna I've ever tasted. I stared at him in disbelief. Lasagna? Really? Lasagna? That's the most noticeable, memorable, nicest thing about me you could think of? Fucking lasagna? And then Simon says, well, you put me on the spot, and the other things I could think of I couldn't say here. So lasagna, that's what I'm reduced to. 25 years together, and you're only here for my lasagna. So for this one, we have Christina. The name's Christina. Then we have the name Simon. We have lasagna. And we have a 25-year marriage that seems to be breaking down. This book's going to be fun, I can tell. Okay, so the next page that we're looking for is page 18. 1 and an 8, 18. Many of you are still stuck in marriages that you need to get out of, or your divine masculine is stuck in a karmic situation or a marriage that he needs to get out of. Page 18. After Simon's announcement that he was moving out to give us some space, I didn't hang around. I've seen too many friends and colleagues be put in the same position, with their partner buggering off, assuring them that it was only temporary, to give them time to think. They went off to think, and then a month down the line, the joint accounts were emptied. There was a lawyer's letter on the doormat and an estate agent at the door announcing that they were to do a valuation because the temporary thinking time was just a ruse to allow them to move out with minimal hassle while sorting out their financial affairs for their own benefit. Wow. So this is about either you leaving a situation, your divine masculine leaving a situation, or the karmic and your divine masculine. Something's going on there. Maybe someone's leaving. Okay. So that's really interesting. That won't resonate for everybody. Okay. Page 245. Let's hope there's 245 pages. I think there is. Yes, we have more than that, so that's good. Now, I just saw September. Some of you will be coming into union in September. And at the top of the page, it says September as well. Okay, so yes, and why? Because you left me. Was I supposed to wait around and let you do everything on your time scale when you were ready? Sorry if this doesn't suit you, but maybe you shouldn't have left in the first place, and maybe you shouldn't have shagged someone else while we're on the subject of why we're getting divorced. Wow. Oh God, are you always going to keep bringing that up? Well, if you didn't want to be reminded about fucking someone else, excuse my French, it's in the book, maybe you shouldn't have fucked someone else, should you? And actually, this was just the straw that broke the camel's back. Don't you think it's significant that it's been over 10 years since Jane started school, and this is the first time you've ever taken them uniform shopping? And that even then, despite all of your supposedly caring offers of help, when I actually asked you to do something of practical help, I still had to nag you into it. Because you didn't actually want to do anything to help. You just wanted to look like a nice guy and possibly get another shag out of it. Okay, so this is interesting. Some divine feminines feeling like they're stuck in marriages that aren't good for them anymore. And they are putting the boundary out with their current partners or husbands at this time. May also be happening in the divine masculine's life. Take it how it resonates for you. You'll know. And the last book we have today is called Wow. This might not come across really good, but it's called An Unreliable Man by Justine Garder. I don't know why there's that many A's, but it's kind of cool. Justine Garder. Okay. So maybe she's a lamb. Justine Garder. If you could say it in a lamb's voice or a sheep's voice, that's what it would sound like. Interesting. We have a church here. Page 1. Let's see. Hopefully there's something actually on page 1. Let's see. It could just be the... Okay. Page 1. It says Scotland, May 2013. All right. So I don't know if that's important or not for someone. Maybe May, maybe 2013. I'm not sure if Scotland is a real place or not. It could be in the UK if it is a real place, though. Interesting. Page 1. Let's see what's next. 21. We have a 2 and a 1. Bingo! Ooh, okay. The family would like to thank everyone who has taken this last walk with Eric today, and we are grateful that many have joined us for this memorial service. We had hoped many people would want to be here, but we could never have known we would see so many. But still there's one who can't be here, Grandpa, and you would have been overjoyed to see each and he would have been overjoyed to see each and every one of you. A few sobs were heard from the guests, but Sigrid was not to be distracted. Okay, so this is about a grandfather who passes away. Maybe some of you have a grandfather that passes away. This is a message coming from Spirit that they're thinking about you. They haven't ever stopped thinking about you. For some of you, it could also be a father. And the name Eric may resonate with some of you here. Okay. We also have some other words on the page which I want to bring to you. We have the word food. So maybe you enjoyed food with your grandfather. We also have celebration. Maybe you enjoyed celebrations with your grandfather, or maybe this is true for your divine masculine. We also have a selection of foods mentioned here: sour cream, egg salad, potato salad, flatbreads, beer and mineral water in a hall. And then we have 2 other names on this page: Sigrid and Mia. Sigrid, Mia, Eric and Grandpa. Okay, so that might be important. So let's see what the last page is saying now. Page 369. Page 3, 6 and a 9. 369. Page 369. Where are we? I don't think there's 369 pages. There's not, so I'll have to draw it again. Okay, 158. 1. Oh, sorry, Little Red Riding Hood. 5, 8. Okay, well, page 158 says, I don't know, Agnes, if you've reflected on my use of language. If I were to guess, I'd assume you hadn't given it so much as a thought, because although I don't speak with a typical Eastern Norwegian accent, I've expressed myself in flawless bokmål, whatever that is. But just you wait until the next time we see each other. I'll switch to 1960s era hauling. What a lark it would be to see how you respond to that. No, I shouldn't be too cocky to tell you the truth. I don't know whether we'll ever see each other again. So this is about someone who's not sure if they want to continue with something, feeling as though they haven't been seen. We have the mention of Oslo here, a hippie life. We also have the names Marianne and John and Pele. And then we have isolation and also camouflage. So I feel like some of you may have been in a karmic relationship in your past where you felt isolated or challenged in some kind of way. And your divine masculine is feeling your abandonment as a trigger here. So it's actually quite a serious statement here. So when he's saying here, I don't know if we'll ever see each other again, some divine masculines are also feeling like maybe they won't have the opportunity to see you. Maybe they won't have the opportunity to feel your presence in the 3D reality. So if you live at a distance or something like that, it worries them. That's what else is coming through. Right. So I want to look at the backs of the covers now and get some keywords here. And you take what resonates and leave the rest. So we have wonderful, irresistible, popular, marvelously rich, entertaining, compelling. And we also have the word ringmaster and the words vogue and orange and girl. We have the word mummy, as in, you know, someone's mother. We have the word not sleeping. We have the word potty training, tantrums, obsession, Frozen, the movie Frozen. And we have the word torture. Okay, so on the back of this book we have the keywords fascinating, window, piano, music shop, painter, jazz music, vibrant art, timeless, dancing, fingers, and Western influences, as in, you know, westernized country. So on the back of this book we have praise, we have New York, we have Mars, as in the planet Mars, we have authentic, tribe, streams and rivers, ice and stone, recreation, animalistic beliefs, day-to-day struggles, space and science, and we also have pleasure. Any more words here? We also have the number 17 and the number 19 being prevalent on that book. Okay, so we've got two more to go. So this one says kids, front door, travel, incredible, bucket list, humor, intimate photography, piranhas, Australia, bluefin tuna, swimming, ancient forests, Robin Hood, and tackling. So the last book is Summer Island, as in an island, an island in the middle of nowhere. And then we also have Ireland, the country. Ireland. We have Ireland and Ireland. We have love, friendship. Love and friendship will be tested. We have a stranger. We have weeks as a time frame, weeks. We have the world falling to pieces. We have some names here. We have Eve, we have Andy, we have Neil, Nell, Laura. We have names Ciara, and we have the number 16, and we have these keywords as well: the anniversary, the people next door, the last week of May, the reunion, and spellbinding. Wow. Okay, so I've gone on for a really long time today, and Little Red Riding Hood wants to give you a massive wake-up call. If you're not in your joy, go and find your sunglasses. Okay? Go and find your sunglasses. Even if they look silly, get out into nature and go and do a poo in the bush. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. I mean, if you have to, you can. Get out into nature and I don't know, enjoy your life. Okay, so no matter what your twin flame is doing at the moment, I think we'll just rest in there. She can be my sunglass holder. No matter, even if you're having a bad hair day, or you can't find your sunglasses, or you have a really strange hairdo, it doesn't matter, because you are a beautiful soul. And if you're resonating with my channel in some kind of way, it means you're absolutely fantastic, wonderful, amazing, and very, very highly intuitive or empathic, or you have some kind of gift to share with others. So know that if you're here for a reason, and that you are either a twin flame or a light worker or an empath, or I don't know, someone who just likes to watch crazy videos with Little Red Riding Hood in it. But either way, I'm so glad you're here. Don't forget, I have my secret wellness course, which you can do. I have negative energy removals if you feel like black magic or anything else is affecting you. I have readings. I have counseling on the phone. And I also have, what else do I have? My twin flame package. If you want to get into union with your twin flame, I have all of the tools that you need to do that. So I'm wishing you a beautiful day, night, afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for spending your time with me. I know I took up a lot of your time today, but me and Little Red Riding Hood are making sure you're still in your joy. And if you're not, why not? We love you very much. And I just realized I went 15 minutes past my lunchtime and I'm hungry. Hangry or hungry? Hangry. Angry and hungry. Wow. Okay, I better go then. See you later, everyone. See you later, alligator. And then you say, in a wild crocodile. Ready? See you later, alligator. Okay. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, night, afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. Don't forget to buy yourself a crazy doll that stares at you while you sleep during the night. And I'll see you real soon. Mwah. Bye, everyone. Bye.